This time I'd like to yield 5 minutes to my colleague from Ohio, Ms. Pryce.
The gentlewoman from Ohio is recognized for 5 minutes.
I thank the gentleman for yielding, and I especially thank you for your leadership on the floor through this very important debate, a hard debate for us here in the House of Representatives, and a hard debate for this country. But, Mr. Speaker, a new plan is being implemented, a new plan with political, economic, and military components. Reinforcements are on their way even as we speak. The Iraqis do need to do their part. We know that. President Malachi tells us that they will. And if we reinforce now, they'll take it over. They will stand up because they must. And then we will come home. Now, Mr. Speaker, not everyone believes that this is a good plan. It's sophisticated, it's comprehensive, but not everyone agrees that it's the right plan. And I understand that. This war certainly hasn't achieved its intended results. The President said, stay the course. And some said, no. The President now says, change the course. And the same folks say, no. That's fair. We have room in this great nation to disagree. But if that is the case, that you don't want to stay the course or change the course, then use the tools and the powers available to you to stop the course. The tools are at your disposal. The power of the purse to defund the effort. You could repeal the authorization that most of us voted for in 2002. You could require troop withdrawal. You have that power and you have that right. But, Mr. Speaker, with the world watching, with Islamic fundamentalists, jihadists just waiting, and with our troops working tirelessly to protect and defend us, don't pass this pointless resolution. If it meant anything, it would be a different argument. But it won't bring one soldier home sooner, and it won't change the course of this war. It has no teeth, no muscle, but most of all, it has no positive value whatsoever for us as a nation at war. Some people say it sends a message to our commander-in-chief, and I believe that that's true. But that message pales compared to the message it sends to our enemies. Our enemies who pledge that their jihad will last until their religion prevails in the world. Not until we're out of Iraq, until their religion prevails in the world. Our enemies who believe it's their religious duty to bring hostility to the West and to America. They're tuned in today, Mr. Speaker, you better believe it, and no doubt they're cheering. But what this message says to our enemies and to the President and to everybody else in the world is nothing compared to what it says to our troops. This resolution says, your cause is lost. This impatient Congress says thanks, but we've had our fill. This resolution says to our troops that your cause is no longer worthy and your friends have died in vain. And today we learn that this is only the first step in the slow bleed strategy. We can't say in the first paragraph that we support them and in the next paragraph that we can't reinforce them. We can't say that first we honor our troops and their service and in the next breath say that their cause really isn't worth it after all. Mr. Speaker, our military leaders have a plan. They don't have guarantees. There are no guarantees in war. General David Petraeus asked for these troops. I met him when I was in Iraq. He's one of the country's most qualified, brilliant military leaders. He says this is what's needed. This plan gives our troops the help they need and gives the Iraqi government a last chance to stand up and take over. But this resolution rejects the only plan on the table. If we reject this plan, then what should we do? We'll be at the status quo. What should we do to keep this country free from terror for another 5 years? What should we do to show solidarity? Nothing. What we should do, Mr. Speaker,
The gentlewoman's time has expired.
defeat this resolution. Don't demoralize our troops.